Welcome to City TV Sports Game of the Week. Tonight it's Pioneer League action, a huge game for both teams. The North Saxons come in to invade the Leuzinger Olympians. Good evening, everybody. Along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers, and this is a huge game. Both teams are 5-3. The North Saxons hold the tiebreaker because of a 1-point win over these Olympians at North.
Exactly, and Leuzinger obviously coming in looking for revenge, but they're knowing that they have a chance to compete for a league title, but they've got to take care of business tonight. As you mentioned, they lost by 1 at North. They're expecting to turn the tables tonight here at home.
All right, and Tamara Lotz is going to be watching the North Saxons. Tammy, what do the Saxons bring in? They bring in their old coaches, Back to the Future, for Gary Duperon.
Yes, Gary Duperon told me before the game he's looking to leave this gym tonight with a big win. You know, the last time these two teams met at North, he got the win 67-68. He said his team is looking to slow this team down, force them turnovers, and leave here with the big win. Also, he said, look out for Isaiah Holmes. He was the South Bay player last week. So they're looking to leave this gym tonight with the win.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara. And she and I were just talking about Gary Duperon. It's Back to the Future for the old coach who likes to do the Paul Westhead run and gun.
Absolutely, and we've seen that many times over the years. Who can ever forget a game over at Lawndale about 10 years ago, 144 to like 138, one of the highest scoring games. So they make it entertaining, but here's what we all know. Leuzinger is known in these parts for their defense, all right? It'll be tested, obviously, tonight, but we saw what defense did on Sunday. All right, I wouldn't bet against defense.
That's right, absolutely. And Sebastian Spencer is going to be keeping an eye on the Olympians. How is their press going to work against this run and gun?
Well, definitely it has to work tonight because like you guys talked about, of all the situations that are going on in the league right now with this team in North, it has to work for them tonight. But most importantly, Kevon Fair is going to need to step up tonight. He's one of the only players who's 100% healthy for them. And these guys have been battling a lot of things over the past weeks. Tyler Ridley's not in the lineup again, but they've managed to string together a 5-game winning streak, playing some of the best basketball they played all season.
All right, so huge Pioneer implications, and Centennial comes in the house. Whose house?
Lou House.
On
and
Thursday
it doesn't
night.
get easier, it just gets harder.
All right, we'll be back with the opening tip-off and the starting lineups right after this.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here courtside at Lou House, along with Rufus Washington, we'll be calling all the action. And to start things off, we're going to do the starting lineup. So the North Torrance Saxons at 13-11, 5-3, second place in the Pioneer League. Number 0, Chris Annelin, the point guard, is a 5'8" senior. Number 10, the power forward, the captain of the Saxons, Isaiah Holmes. Number 14, the center, Tyler Johnson, the 6'5" senior. Number 24, Dion Montgomery, the shooting guard. And number 5, Alex Eziani, a small forward, the 6'3" junior. And the Saxons are coached by Gary Duperon. For the Leuzinger Olympians, number 1, Terrell Williams, a 5'10" senior. Number 5, Christopher Williams, a 6-foot senior guard. Number 11, Kevon Fair, a 6-foot senior guard. Number 21, Anthony Hamilton getting the start tonight, followed by number 23, Damani Washington. Boy, is he going to have to play big tonight.
Oh, he absolutely will, and so goes Damani, so goes his team.
And the Olympians are coached by Arturo Jones. In his first year is 15-9. The Olympians have won their have won 5 in a row. Torrance has won 1 in a row. They are 3-4 on the road, and the Olympians are 4-1 here at home. And the assistant coaches for the Olympians, Greg Anderson, Patrick Cleveland, Mikhail Matthew, and Edward White.
And there are big games all over the Pioneer League in addition to the one we're seeing tonight. Again, Centennial is at Torrance, and the Leuzinger faithful are giving a little extra pull for Centennial in that one. And over on the other side, well, that's the other key matchup. It's Centennial and Torrance along with Leuzinger and North right here.
So it will be Tyler Johnson against Anthony Hamilton. And who are our officials tonight?
Our officials tonight are Jeff Leggett, Aaron Spear. That's going to be Jeff Leggett tossing the ball, Aaron Spear, and Antoine James.
Antoine Jameson?
James, we asked him about that, boy.
Kayvon Fair lights it up with a three-pointer right away. Rufus,
and that came in the first 5 seconds.
Well, that's right in Gary Duperon's wheelhouse. See if they can get the shot off in 10 seconds. They do. The shot goes awry by Dion Montgomery. Rebound by Washington. Leaping over a Saxon, trying to drive the lane. Does, lays it up and rolls in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Saxon ball after it was tipped by Terrell Williams right into, actually it's a Leuzinger ball, as they're going right to left across your dial on City TV. Kevin landed in your lap. So the ball is knocked away by the Saxons. A 35-second shot clock for Leuzinger. Three-pointer put up by Fair, off the mark, rebound high by Washington. Pass it over to Hamilton, but he can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. First turnover of the game, and that was one of the key points that Coach Jones is talking about.
It absolutely was. He knows how valuable each possession is, particularly against a high-scoring offense such as North.
Dribbling down the lane, now hands it off to Montgomery. Coming down the lane on the weave, off the glass and in for Eziani. Their first bucket of the game, a minute into this one in the first quarter. Traveling as Kayvon Fair took too many steps. So quick substitution right away for Arturo Jones. Anthony Hamilton comes out and Cameron Leckie comes in. Nice to see Kayvon. So the ball will be inbounded and stolen away. Stolen away by Chris Williams. He lays it up and in.
So we got one turnover each and scored a basket, as you said, for Chris Williams.
Three-pointer, and that's buried by Dion Montgomery. So it's a two-point game. You and I are going to be worn out here in the first half, it looks like.
Right.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by Johnson of the Saxons. There you see the broad-shouldered young man. Ball is inbounded. Terrell Williams with it, battling it with Chris Annelan. Fair with it now, skips it across to Washington under the basket, shoots it over Holmes, but can't get it to go down.
Leuzinger picking up defense full court right now. Successfully broken by North.
Misses the three, rebound is tipped, and here comes Williams, and a good block by Holmes, but lay it up and in by Damani Washington. He has 4.
And that's excellent basketball. That's well-coached basketball by Leuzinger. You follow the shot. That's what Damani did. He was able to get the point.
Annelan misses the shot, rebound to Fair. Here comes Washington, stops from just inside the elbow to rattle it in. A half a dozen for Damani. Gets it to Annelan. Annelan tried to swipe it over to Eziani, and it's tipped out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. Actually, no, there's just a mass substitution by Gary Duperon with 5:48 left to go in the first quarter. So we got a whole new set of guys out there.
Right.
J.J. Belmontes, number 4. Don't know who number 4 is, so maybe one of our intrepid reporters can find out who that is. Number 1, Siobhan Ram with the ball right now. Ram gets it to Belmontes. To UC Shigata. Now down to Ram. Ram being defended by Washington, gets it way outside, now down low. Shot put up and in by number 25, Will Eziani.
I'm going to guess he and Alex are related. Turnover by Leuzinger. Let's see.
Being fought for and taken back by Ram. Long three-pointer off the top of the backboard. He thought it was a 50-footer. Long rainbow pass handled by Williams. He's in trouble now. And timeout called by Arturo Jones. A 30-second timeout with 5:02 left in the first quarter.
And boy, it's a 40-minute game, and we've already got 18 points scored in the first 3 minutes. There are what? 13 3-minute seconds. So if you multiply 18 times 13, that tells you the potential is there for a lot of points to be scored tonight.
The Saxons averaged 16.9 points in the first quarter. There's Gary Duperon on your left. The Olympians averaged 16.2 in the first quarter. Arturo Jones doing some sideline teaching. So it'll be.
You're talking about a potential 234-point night at the pace we're going right now. We'll see if this stands up.
It was a hot day today, almost 90 degrees here. Pass to Williams, he catches it. Now Washington to Chris Williams, almost traveled. Terrell gets it to Kavan. Now Damani with it. Zone defense by Dupron Saxons, and a foul, actually a kicked ball, so it's going to be a new 35.
Right. You know, and one of the things you talked about as you see the subs that have come on for Leuzinger that obviously will affect their effort tonight are the guys who are out for a variety of reasons, mostly medical reasons, Davion Crowder and Tyler Ridley.
A half a dozen points for Kavan Fair via 2 shots, and now a foul on Kavan. On the pressure, first personal, first team foul. Terrell Williams is fighting that viral junk that's been going around. Davion Crowder is injured and not playing, although he will play on Thursday. As here comes Shigeta. Three-pointer put up and missed badly by number 4. Is there number 4 on your roster? Kavan Fair with it. A wide open on the left side.
Brooks.
Okay, Alex Brooks. Down underneath to Christopher Williams, and he lays it up and in. 4 points for Chris.
And a big quarter here for the Olympians so far, as they've already got 16 in the first 4 minutes.
Shot taken, rebound is off, and a loose ball foul. Either on, that's going to be, 2-1. So that's Kavan Fair's second.
Wow.
And can't have that senior leader on the bench, but there he is, Anthony Hamilton coming back.
And we didn't talk about it much, but now's a good opportunity to mention again, this is a three-man officiating crew. They've brought out a 3-man crew tonight because of the importance of this game, but that also affects how these guys approach the game. That basket put up and in by Dion Montgomery.
So Montgomery steals the ball on the inbound pass. Isaiah Holmes for 3 from the top of the key, won't go in. Rebound is taken by Johnson, and we're going to get a 2-shot foul there. And that is on Terrell Williams, his first personal, 3rd team foul. Brightly bowed Leuzinger Spirit Squad tonight. First one is in and out by Johnson. Coming in now, kid we haven't seen in a while, Rodrigo Saldana in the ball game. Tyler Ridley is injured with a leg injury. And also Will Bloomfield is sick. He's got the club. 2 free throws missed. Rebound, though, goes into the basket by Alex Azani with 4 points. Full court pressure by the Saxons. Damani Washington with the left hand off the glass. 8 points for Damani. 3-point shot going to be taken and rattled home by Alex Izani. He has 7 points now. It's a 3-point game. Full court pressure seemed to be working, as running up the sidelines and stepping on the sideline is Cameron Leckie.
Got to get the ball in the middle of the floor. That sideline is a tight space to operate in.
So that full court pressure doing a good job for the Saxons, and also Terrell Williams tipping it out of bounds against Chris Anelum. Johnson gives it back to Anelum. Looking for the tie. Off the mark. Rodrigo with the rebound. Quick outlet to Terrell. And blocked shot by Isaiah Holmes.
Don't bring this in my house, boy.
Anelum misses the layup. Put up and in by Johnson. His first bucket of the game. And it's a 1-point ball game. 2:40 left to go. A bad pass, maybe a foul. Looked like Terrell was fouled, but no, Johnson was fouled by Christopher Williams. His first and the 4th team foul. Tall, lanky Isaiah Holmes right in front of Rufus. Inbounds the ball.
And he's made a couple of key defensive stops already here in the early going.
And a traveling call against Anelum and the Saxons with 2:33 left to go in the first quarter in a 1-point ball game. Got to get it in. Ball is swatted away by Holmes. Not a good job by the Olympians. Not enough guys down low to help out the inbound.
Whoa.
But now one ball goes one way, the man went the other, and turns the ball over.
Okay, and that'll bring the sub off the bench for Coach Jones as he brings in number 21, Anthony Hamilton.
Whoops. Ball just, or the pass was just an errant pass on the inbound. So an opportunity by the Olympians goes awry, and now looking for the lead, but hammered going up is Anelum. And is this Chris Williams' second foul? It is. But more importantly, 5 team fouls already, Rufus. And we're still in the first quarter.
And if the board is to be believed, no team fouls yet on North.
That's correct. And the ball is turned over.
Leuzinger right now really having trouble. These guys are playing as if though they don't have a press break in the playbook, and I know that they do, but right now they're not executing that break at all.
Well, the full court pressure is really wreaking havoc on them. Saldana with it, skips it over to Williams. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Williams goes around a Saldana screen. Rodrigo gets it back. Damani Washington for 3. Wow. He has 11 points here in the first quarter, Rufus, and gives the Olympians a little breathing room. A block shot by Damani on the other end on the shot by Anelum. Saldana puts on the brakes and heads back. Now to Washington from his office, off the mark. Rebound is up, knocked away, but Isaiah Holmes is there. Nice outlet pass to Anelum. Into the corner, and the shot taken and missed by Montgomery. Rebound to Hamilton. Washington has the ball stolen by Anelum. No call.
Yeah, exactly.
And lays it up and in.
Because it was a while back when he should have given the ball up. Too much ball handling by Washington on that one.
And Holmes almost stole that one. And look out below, squished underneath is Terrell Williams.
There's no foul on the play.
And Arturo Jones is not real happy about it. Let's watch the replay.
Well, I think that contact, and here's what the officials saw. I mean, everybody's going down, not by contact. 2 guys go down on the floor. There was no foul on the play. Looked like one. It was a bad collision.
And the ball is turned over and kicked out of bounds. It was stolen by Will Eziani. So a minute 8 left to go in the first quarter. Washington doesn't have any help to get it across the line. Ball was tipped, so he'll go right down the middle and couldn't get up. Gets off of a man, put up and not in. Washington gets the rebound.
On the play.
And he'll get 2 at the line.
The technical is going to be on Damani. He pushed the guy for some unknown reason. He couldn't have expected that he'd be able to get away with that. Excellent piece of officiating. If coach sees it on the replay, okay, there's the foul by number 3. Let's see if we can go all the way through with that, because a technical was called against Damani Washington, which also counts as a personal foul. So if we've got the replay to see the push, that's what is in question now that they didn't see. Okay.
Let's see if this goes.
There's the push right there. And that's what drew the technical.
Okay, so Damani will get the free throws from the personal foul. This is the first one. And that foul is on number 2, I believe. Gabe Nakano.
May have been on number 3. But let's go with your 2 unless we see it again. But you're right. It was one of the little guys down inside.
So both free throws are missed, and now Yoshi Shigeta shooting the technicals.
Well, then the foul was on number 3 because he's the one that got pushed.
Okay, so foul on Yoshi, and he misses the first one. So Damani with 1 personal foul, 16 fouls. So now the Olympians are out of fouls.
For the rest of the half. And they give away a point.
1 point for Gabe. And it's a 1-point ball game.
And because of the technical, it's North's ball to inbound because you get 2 shots plus the ball.
Ball is taken by Eziani. Now Shigeta for 3, and he makes it. He has 4 points all of a sudden. And they get their first lead of the game, do the Saxons. Saldana trying to run the ball down, goes baseline. Now a bad pass and
turnovers.
5 turnovers on the Olympians. Shigeta gets it up in a hurry to Eziani, misses the 3-pointer. Rebound volleyball taken by Terrell Williams. Locks it up, has to get it out now. Gets it to Chris Williams. And Chris is blocked by Yoshi Shigeta, foul number 2 on him.
And out of all that, and there you see on the sideline the body by Shigeta, which draws the official's whistle. But it's now a 21-23 ball game with 17 seconds left here. Leuzinger having led and pretty much dominated most of the quarter until they started turning the ball over.
And that's because of the full court pressure, and Kevon Fair back in the game. Saldana off the miss. No, Hamilton misses, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 at the line. And that's going to be on Will Eziani, his first personal, 3rd team foul. With 7.4 left in the quarter. Anthony Hamilton looking for his first point of the game. Ooh, that hit everything but the bottom of the net. Now looking to get within 1 is Hamilton. And makes this one. Has his first point of the game.
So you want to protect the last 7 seconds. Certainly don't want to.
Shigeta misses the layup, goes out of bounds, but not before the buzzer sounds the end of the quarter. What a quarter it was. The Saxons getting the lead in the last few seconds of this first quarter to get the lead 23-22. Let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Coach Jones talked about this before the game, exactly what you're seeing right now. The last time they played each other, 67-68, 22-23 right now at the end of the first quarter. But the turnovers have been the story of the game. 8 of them so far, 3 missed free throws. That's exactly what he talked about, the kind of things that stop them from winning games or sometimes inching out a close win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sebastian. It doesn't help that it's summertime
Exactly.
here in February, where the big industrial fans are blowing in each corner of the building. And you know, back in New Hampshire, where they had the New Hampshire primary today, there's about 2 feet of snow on the ground.
I'm sure they would love at least 15, 20 degrees of this weather. And we could actually spare it. I mean, it was 88 at one point today.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with giving them 15 of that 88.
We're generous.
All right.
Take a little bit, we'll trade a little heat for a little snow. How about
There you
that?
go. Only a little of each, though.
There you go. But boy, what a game. Back and forth, and Leuzinger's going to have to figure out a way to beat this press.
That they've got to do. Damani Washington still will start the second quarter. Now, I only have but 1 foul. Do you have something different?
No.
Okay, so Coach Jones still wanting him to settle down.
Chris Williams with 2 and Kevon Fair with 2. Anilin going against Terrell Williams. Ball's taken by Alex Eziani. Anilin now driving down, puts up the rainbow. That won't fall. Eziani with the rebound. No, rebound is tipped out of bounds. It will be Leuzinger ball. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Here comes Damani in, and he will take over for Anthony Hamilton. Ball is inbounded to Chris Williams. Williams, nice pass to Fair, has a wide open slash to the bucket for the easy layup. Kevon with 8 points now, and they get the lead back 24-23, and an easy bucket there for Tyler Johnson with 4 points on the night. Fair couldn't get around Holmes, so now they'll set things up. Chris Williams throws a bad pass, turned over again by Montgomery. He gets the turnover now to Holmes.
And that was a completely unforced error, which leads to a 3-pointer.
So that's at least a 5-point switch. Biggest lead of the night for the Saxons. Rodrigo Saldana drives the baseline too short, gets his own rebound too hard. Now Damani Washington is fouled, and it'll be out of bounds. Anilin with his first personal for the Saxons, 4th team foul. So a new 35 for the Olympians, 6:40 left to go in the first half. Pass in to Chris Williams. Everyone jumps up, but he passes it back out to Fair. Line drive, no good. Rebound is off to Isaiah Holmes. Ball is tipped. Kevon Fair with a good defensive play. And maybe the Olympians need to start pressing a little bit.
Well, they've got to. I mean, defense is their hallmark, but right now it's not holding them in good stead as it's 28-24.
As Anilin might have had his shot blocked a little bit, but Johnson comes up with the rebound. Now Holmes from way out town and gets that one to go in with his first bucket of the game.
You know, what's interesting about this team, Lou, is that everybody, yet another turnover.
3-pointer by Montgomery.
Right, you need a timeout.
9 points for Dion Montgomery, 3 straight threes, and a 10-point lead for the Saxons. Timeout taken by Arturo Jones, pleading with his players to play some defense and not turn the ball over.
And while all of a sudden we've got ourselves with only 2 minutes gone by, a little over 2 minutes, a 34-24 score with North leading. So they've outscored Leuzinger 11-2 to start the first 2 minutes here in the second quarter.
It's an 11-0 run, actually. Because Leuzinger scored their first basket, and then the Saxons just shot off an 11-0 run. So the ball will be inbounded by Terrell Williams. He gets it to Damani Washington. Washington cut off at the pass, needs some help, gets it from Hamilton. Back to Washington, lays it up in and over Holmes. And he has 13 points on the night so far. Three-pointer taken by Montgomery, no, but rebound by Johnson. Gets it out to Eziani. Eziani around his man, lays it in. 12 points for Alex in a 10-point game, and this one's poked away from Saldana from behind by Dion Montgomery, the opposite number, and Leuzinger catches a break. 30 seconds left in their shot clock. Rodrigo gets it into Terrell. Ball tipped again by Dion Montgomery, gets it back. Rodrigo looking for an open man. Gets it to Washington for three, a little bit long. Damani trying to get it, but Holmes beat him to it. Anilum against Saldana. Thrown away.
You got to slow down. If you're Leuzinger, you got to slow the pace down. This fast pace is not. There's another turnover. That's my point. It's not favoring you. I know the guys get caught up in that and they want to do it, but they're getting beat at a game that they're not equipped to play at the same way that North Torrance is equipped to play it.
Terrence Mugwanya comes in. Alex Brooks back in. Also Gabe Nakano back in. And Yoshi Shigeta along with Sivan Ram. So a whole new five in for Coach Dupron. Ball being passed around, and that was out of bounds. So a turnover by the Saxons. That's their fifth, with 4:47 left to go in the first half, and a 10-point Saxon lead. Terrell Williams. Double teamed.
You got to come to the ball.
Double teamed and has it taken away, and or is that going to be a foul on which number 11?
Foul on number 1 for Leuzinger. That's Terrell Williams. That's his second, and that'll be
should be bonus time. Or it is. So going to the line is Terrence Mugwanya, a 6'3" senior. Trying to match the number on his back, and lane violation
on the shooter.
So is that Mook?
That's Mook. They could use Mook tonight.
No kidding. So a lane violation, gets the ball back into Leuzinger hands. Chris Williams trying to get around his man, and does. Kevon Fair back in the game for Leuzinger. Gets it over to Leckie. Leckie to Williams, drives the baseline. Terrell lays it up and in. His first bucket of the game. Three-pointer off the mark, and the rebound, though, is taken by Mugwanya, and he gets it off the glass. His first bucket of the game. And one for Terrell Williams. He has 4 points now, Rufus. And Sivan Ram gets the foul, 15 foul. The shimmy didn't cocoa pop for Terrell. Shigeta wide open, goes down the lane, no. Rebound is off. Kevon Fair with it. Fair almost lost it. Gets it back to Chris Williams. Williams gets it across. Williams sees an open Terrell Williams. Blows the layup. And being fouled is Anthony Hamilton.
You know, Leuzinger players have to understand that contact is a part of the game. The flailing of the arms, the demonstrative stuff does not help you. What it does is that it makes the officials look at you. If you don't like contact, you need to go play golf, okay? All right, or tennis. but there is contact in this game out on the floor. Accept it and move on. Now, when it's not legitimate and it's dirty, that's a different thing. But so far, we haven't seen that. But the reactions have been borderline inappropriate. One has already caused Leuzinger a technical.
Hamilton looking to make his second, and does. 3 points all from the free throw line, and it's a 6-point game. Shigeta being double teamed. Lecky doing a good job. Pass down is completed. And this ball goes to Belmontes, and the 3-point shot high off the rim. No, rebound falls into the hands of Nakano. Now another 3-pointer, and that's buried by Belmontes. It's back to a 9-point game. And the ball is turned over again. Out of the ball game is Mugwanya.
Now clearly the Olympians, to understand the whole story, are affected by the absence of Davion Crowder, who's their senior point guard at 5'10", and some other guys. But this is where guys have to pick it up.
Ball is turned over this time by
Somebody
the Saxons.
come back to the ball.
And now it's stripped away by Shigeta. Gets a shot off, and he's fouled. So Lecky commits the foul. 8th team foul. Cameron's first.
Well, that wasn't the ball handler's fault here. I mean, the foul is, but here's the problem that happened. Nobody came back to assist him and meet the ball. By now, you should have figured out that you're having trouble with the press and you need 2 men in the vicinity of the ball. That's not what they're getting.
First one is off the mark. Damani Washington, after a short rest, comes back in. I was talking to him and Will Bloomfield before the game, and Damani says we just got to go out there and work, earn the win. Second one goes in for Yosti. 10-point ball game again. Hamilton to Washington to Terrell.
Okay, now slow.
Terrell has his shot blocked by Eziani. Hamilton goes up. His shot's blocked, but so is he. And Will Eziani says, who, me? 7th team foul, Rufus.
Yep, he fouls on Eziani. And Hamilton goes to the line to shoot a pair. Last time he converted 2. Let's see if he can do it again. His team needs him.
Can't afford to miss the gimmies, the freebies. So Hamilton is 5 out of 6 from the line tonight, and that's where all 5 of his points have come from. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Shigeta throws the ball to Belmontes, and his shot's blocked by Washington, turned
Somebody
over.
come to the ball. Somebody come to the.
Washington going to take it all himself. Now he's in trouble and lost the ball.
Again.
10 turnovers. Belmontes with a quick 3. That's going to be long. Rebound to Hamilton, and it's going to go the other way. Bonus time for Leuzinger as the foul is on Gabe Nakano. 8th team foul. There you see a turnover there in the last.
And there's a foul there. Actually, the official can call. The hand on the ball handler is a foul. Officials are encouraged to call that often. It restricts freedom of movement. That was a rule change put in 2 years ago. Officials let that one go. But that is something that could have been called.
Anthony Hamilton back to the line. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. A new 5 is going to come in for the Saxons. Next whistle. Shigeta dribbles it off the back of his foot, but regains control. Now over to Belmontes in his spot. Being a little loosey-goosey with the dribble, and the ball is tipped by Fair, stolen away by Williams. Williams to Williams. Chris to Terrell, 6 points. And the shot by Shigeta won't go down. Rebound to Anthony Hamilton. And Fair Gets it to Williams. Williams, left-handed layup again, or opposite end layup again with 8 points. Leuzinger looking to fight back into this one with under 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Shigeta trips. Whoa. Looks like he tripped on his own, but Terrell Williams is going to get called for the foul. That's
Let's
Terrell's
see if we can
third.
see that again. Wow, well, first it was a carry. We're going to look right here.
Now
No?
there's the foul on the other side, on the it's not on Terrell. Was it? Can we just see that one? Was that on Kavan? Was he on the right side of Shigeta on that replay?
All right.
Shigeta makes the first one. So he has 2 points.
Well, there's a turnover.
Okay, who is that Kavan? Looks like
No.
Kavan.
Actually, that's his own feet. I must admit.
Okay.
No matter how many times you look at it.
That's the only way I can see it is, yep, he tripped over his own 2 feet. And doesn't get the second, but Isaiah Holmes is there for the rebound and the putback. Isaiah with 5. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by Holmes.
So that was a 3-point swing after Leuzinger had got within 4. Now they find themselves down by 7 with 1:45 left in the first half.
Chris Anelin comes back in as the original starting 5 is out there for North. Chris Williams passes it right into the waiting arms of Eziani. Anelin to Montgomery for 3, looks short. Ooh, that was way down and out. And now Isaiah Holmes commits a foul. And Anthony Hamilton will go back to the line. Is that Isaiah's first?
Looks to me like it is. And I think when these guys look at this, you know, the one thing that I'm seeing that they're not doing that really it's inexplicable, and that is nobody's coming back to the ball. I guess a part of it is to leave. Now, there are some ball handlers that you can do that with. You can do that with a Chris Paul. I don't see a Chris Paul out here where he can take his man one-on-one off the dribble, okay? The guys I see out here, they need somebody to come back and give them help bringing the ball up.
You're absolutely right. Hamilton's 2 for 2 on that one, 7 points, all from the line, Rufus. 5-point game, and ball's knocked out of bounds by Rodrigo. Ball on the run to Anelin, going against Saldana. Almost a travel. It is a travel. Turnover number 9 on North. 1:30 left to go in the half. So there's Anelin there going halfway to El Segundo. Here comes Rodrigo Saldana against Holmes.
Wow.
And they're going to call it they're going to call it a block.
They're going to call it a block, and I'm surprised how Mello, well, he's going to have a question for Jeff Leggett when Jeff Leggett goes over to report the foul.
Who, Coach Dupron?
Yeah.
He's not going to. No, oh, look at him chew on his ear right now. Oh, boy.
Well, you knew it was too good to be true. Boy, Saldana misses the free throw.
Back comes Damani Washington in for Kayvon Fair. Actually, Gary Dupron is just warming up. It's only the first half. Rebound is tipped and taken by Rodrigo Saldana. Saldana hits the
Just
bottom of the
control.
backboard.
Nothing there.
Anelin passes it underneath to Montgomery. It's tipped out of bounds.
Exactly. And
by Terrell Williams.
You don't see it on your screen, but you see Coach Jones asking Saldana, what are you doing? You know, and you're right, a lot of what you're seeing the Leuzinger players do is quite confusing.
Shot goes off the mark, way up high for the rebound is Chris Williams. Off the miss by Tyler Johnson.
Wow, that's another one. Yep.
That's number 3 on Isaiah Holmes.
That's 3, like in the last 2 minutes on Isaiah Holmes.
Yeah, he had.
And he's their big guy. I mean, he's a terrific player. I'm a little surprised that, again, his basketball IQ didn't tell him, you go ahead and concede the basket and save the foul.
Coach Dupron giving him some confidence as Williams makes the first one. He has 5 points, and it's a 4-point ball game. Lecky back in. So Chris Williams averaging 4.6 a game. In and out. Rebound is tipped and taken by Saeed Galloway in the ball game for the first time. Galloway with it with under a minute left to go. Johnson gets it back out. Anilum going against Torrance. Good battle there. Eziani wide open three. Boy, did he miss that one. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Leuzinger, and it will be Saxon's ball with 33 seconds on the shot clock, 39.1 on the game clock in the second quarter, and now the officials are going to confer. So what would they be conferring about right now?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, exactly what it is, but we'll see when they come out of it. That's Jeff Leggett and Aaron Spear. Leggett is the R on this game.
So they're talking about the shot clock possibly? Because they changed it. Oh, it was 35. Now they put it down to 33 where it was. So the ball is inbounded. Eziani misses again. Terrell Williams has the rebound and gets a little bit of help, but not much. Over to Chris Williams. Williams lost the ball.
Protect the ball. Just get it. Okay.
Shot clock and game clock virtually the same at 20 seconds. Chris Williams waiting for the final shot.
He's got to move. Okay. He's risking.
Williams has the ball kick off. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Washington goes in and lays it in.
And had contact on the play.
2-point game, 1 second. It won't count. And it's a 2-point ball game. Leuzinger fought back to get within 2 to end the half.
Leuzinger fought back big time to get within 2. There was a point in that half when they trailed by as many as 10 points early in the half at 24-34, but they kept scrapping away and they head to the locker room down by only a pair at 43-45.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Leuzinger ends the quarter with a 5-0 run, Rufus, and that's the good news. And
Okay.
it's Tam. Okay, so Coach Dupron. Let's go over to Tam.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Dupron. Coach Dupron, it's been a dogfight out here the whole first half, but your team was able to control the momentum. How were they able to do it?
We're just going to keep it going. We started missing shots there, so we got to make shots. It's going to be a long game. This is what we expected. We had a pretty good lead going there for a little bit, but it's going to go up and down. It's about runs. So, we just have to regroup and come out in the second half and keep it going.
I know before the game you talked about putting the pressure on this team and making them turn the ball over. How pleased are you with your team so far?
I thought early we did really well. I thought, now they're just starting to take, whoever's got it's just taking it the length of the floor. So we got to do a better job stopping the ball, getting moved up the floor.
I know both coaches are over here yelling at players, yelling at the refs. What's going on out here? What are the refs doing wrong out here?
Oh, it's just trying to get an advantage. There's a lot of stuff not being called. Typically in games like this, they want to let it go. But, you get pretty good athletes going at it. It gets really rough out there. So, it's something you just got to deal with.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara, and Coach Dupron being very cordial with Tamara Lata.
Exactly. Well, most coaches are. Most of them even ask her, what's your name? But, again, I don't appreciate that little dig that she took at the officials. Not quite sure what that was about on Tamara's part. Those guys out there are doing a terrific job. They're doing the job they got paid to do.
You could have a half a dozen guys out there and it wouldn't matter. But Leuzinger and North really trading it out there. A 2-point margin, 43-45, and North 22-21 in that quarter there. So how much? I mean, you know that Leuzinger could have the lead. Arturo Jones is a soothsayer because of the turnovers, but they have been making their free throws. So that's good news for the Olympians coming in to the second half.
Well, it definitely is, and the free throw making was led by Anthony Hamilton, who, by my count, made 7 out of 8, something like that.
7 out of 9, yeah.
7 out of 9. What they didn't do, now they settled down a little bit in the second half of the second quarter, but Lou, they were struggling with the press, and they were turning it over, and whatever their turnover count, we know it's well in the double digits, okay? That, quite frankly, is the difference in this game and why Leuzinger is down by 2 instead of up by half a dozen or more.
All right, we'll be back with the second half right after this.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
All right, we're just about before halftime, and let's go to Sebastian.
So, guys, Coach Jones let me in the locker room when he talked to his team at the half, and he just looked at them and said, "Guys, championship effort. We have rebounding the ball like we're supposed to." He talked about how Kevon.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. We'll come back to you when we have a technical issue cleared up. I was just adding up the free throws here, Rufus, and so the Leuzinger Olympians not too bad as 2, 3, they've had 16 attempts and have made 8, so they're 50%, which is about 20% better than normal. The average, it's not that bad. They're averaging actually 54% on the season from the line. But it's Anthony Hamilton who's 7 out of 8. And Terrell Williams right in front of us will inbound the ball, and the third quarter's underway. Leuzinger with the ball to start things off.
And Isaiah Holmes is not on the floor for Torrance. Coach Duplan wanting to save him for as the game goes along. Wow.
And a turnover right off the bat for Leuzinger as they're trying to work it in. Annelim with it, has a shot blocked from behind by Terrell Williams. Outlet to Washington, and he lays it up and in. Good start for the Olympians, 17 for DeMonte, and they tie up the game with about 30 seconds gone in the first quarter. Fresh starting lineup for the second half, actually. Deion Washington, who started the game, his shot is off balance, off the mark, but Johnson with it and one. He has a half a dozen now, Rufus.
And that's where Leuzinger is having difficulty. That foul goes against Kayvon, and that's his third. So scored the opportunity for the and one for Tyler Johnson.
Tyler with 6, looking for 7. As they change ends, Leuzinger going now left to right across your dial on CityTV. Free throw is missed. Anthony Hamilton with the rebound. Needs some help. Washington gets it across the line. They have numbers against the Saxons and one for Terrell Williams, but did he tweak something on the way down?
Well, he tweaked the bottom of the net, and he drew the foul against Ram.
And he has 3 fouls. So I went over and checked. He's got 3. He had 2 coming in. So Crowder now has 10 points. Ties up the game. and makes the free throw to get the lead back. 7:02 in the third quarter. Pass as Johnson volleyballing for it, gets it back with a little jump shot. No. Rebound to Eziani with a second chance for North. Good defense by Washington, but again, Eziani for the make with 14 points and a 1-point lead.
That foul's on 0, and the basket's by Alex Eziani, and our score is 48-49.
Chris Annelam with his second foul, and now
another
a
foul.
Loose ball foul on Annelam, so that'll be his third. And that should be the third team foul as well.
So that's 3 team fouls here in the very early going. Wow, I'm not sure.
And Annelam knocks it out of bounds.
You sit here and you look and you wonder, what is it they see? All right? Because I see blue standing right in front of my guy that I'm trying to throw the ball to.
You're absolutely right, and there's blue again. And there's a white jersey. Damani Washington getting by Montgomery. Look out, he's looking to pick his pocket.
Yeah.
Kevon Fair with a long 3 try. No. Hamilton with the rebound over Eziani and
Again.
one.
Foul's going to go against Eziani. Let's do that first.
Hamilton with his first field goal of the night. And that should be 50. It is. So a 3 the old-fashioned way, maybe. Because now here comes Shigeta in for Annelam with his 3 fouls. Anthony Hamilton, 7 out of 9 from the line tonight. With 10 points. So 3 the old-fashioned way. And a 2-point lead for the Olympians. Shigeta running the point now for North. Here comes Rand. Back out to Eziani. Eziani for 3. No. Rebound is tipped, taken by Johnson, who's controlling the boards, but now it's tied up.
Yeah.
Jump ball. No possession arrow. They say it's going to be North ball.
What do you call that, crowdfunding or something or another? It's got to be some kind of way you can take up $100 to buy a possession arrow. Okay?
So is that a foul again? No. What just happened there? I was looking down at my paper and
well, it was
all
a
of
jump
a sudden
ball.
say
It was
Galloway.
a jump ball.
Oh, so they were trying to figure out the possession.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly, because they have no arrow that tells them whose possession it is.
Kevon Fair. Ooh, Terrell Williams saves the bacon and falls over a man and called it traveling. So an inadvertent turnover.
And here's the
Terrell
point about
Williams
the
must
possession
have
arrow.
a tender leg because he came down funny when he was fouled in the first half, and now he gets up gingerly again.
Well, he decides to stay on the floor, so as Carl Malone would say, that means he's not hurt. Whoa!
And now Shigeta again trips over himself.
Wait a second.
And Kevon Fair again is the victim.
Can we see that?
There it is. Let's watch this. Did he touch his knee? The knee touched the foot?
Wow.
So that's the 4th foul on Fair as Lecky gets off the bench for Jones. Eziani gets it to Shigeta. Now over to Galloway. Galloway double teamed. That leaves somebody open and barely staying in bounds is Shigeta. 3-pointer long, missed everything. An air ball by Montgomery. Ball tipped out of bounds to the Saxons. So Lecky will come in for Fair. And now the scorer's table wants to talk to referee Leggett.
Well, I will tell you, as an official, one of the things that you don't like is for a coach to be in your ear about a call and a touch that's 47 feet away from him when there's a guy standing 12 inches away from the ball. And he sees it. That doesn't mean that he's necessarily always right. But here's what it does mean. He's got a heck of a better view of that play than somebody standing at half court.
Well, these officials also have to get used to another pair of eyes out there, right?
Right.
They've been playing two officials all season long, and now they're practicing for the playoffs. 5:32 left to go in the third quarter. And still trying to figure some things out over at the scores table.
Well, I think they've done a pretty good job tonight, and whatever issues they're having, again, now that's a veteran table that's over there for Leuzinger. Looks like it's all straightened out. Our score 51-49, 5.5 left in the third. Leuzinger on top by 2.
With 24 seconds on the shot clock, as taking the ball is Will Leuzinger. Pass underneath to Galloway was blocked, tipped, and taken back by Shigeta North, but fumbled out of bounds by Nakano for their 10th turnover.
And again, Coach is saying the exact thing that I'm saying, Lou. I do not understand what part don't you understand to catch the ball first. Get the ball in your possession.
Look out.
Wow.
Another turnover. Yep, Nakano and Shigeta knock heads. 14 turnovers, and the ball is shot, and the foul is called on Chris Williams. And it was a good bit of basketball by Will Leuzinger, the 6'7" senior, because he took an awkward shot. So third personal on Williams, third team foul. And that was one of the funkiest looking foul shots I've seen in a while. And we've seen a few.
And we've seen a few in our day, trust me.
It's almost throwing it down into the bucket. Rebound taken by Terrell. Terrell fighting the sickness, fighting a leg injury. He is a tough cookie out there. Washington gets the lob pass. And a foul on Nakano.
Yep. Happened right in front of official. Easy call.
So that's 4 on Gabe. Sorry.
Antoine James to make that call. And wow, that's 16 fouls here in the third quarter already with a little under 5 minutes left. Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped on the sideline, did Chris Williams, to turn the ball over. That's their 15th. Out of the game is Nakano with his 4th foul, and Alex Eziani back in. 4:50 left to go in the third.
Now, we've been stuck on this 51-49 score for over a minute and a half now.
Coach Dupron doesn't like that. If there's not a score every 10 seconds, he says there's something wrong. Shigeta with a long shot won't go down. Eziani with the offensive rebound.
But at least they forced him outside.
Comes inside, shot blocked by Washington, but the rebound is taken by Galloway. So third attempt, this time down for the Saxons.
And for Leuzinger, they just don't have the size to compete with these guys.
Or the bodies right now. Another shot missed, 4th opportunity.
Wow.
Rebound taken by Galloway. Ball is taken away by Washington, and he's fouled. No, called a travel.
Wow, okay. Coach Jones now has also set the example for his team. Now it looks like they're going to call.
He did travel there, yeah.
Well, hold on.
Now, are they talking about it now,
well,
James?
They're talking about it
Leggett?
because on the one hand, well, he didn't report a foul to the table. So it looks like.
And Arturo Jones is throwing a tantrum.
Okay, and that doesn't help his cause.
Ball is tipped and taken away. Williams to Washington, lays it up and in. 19 points for
You
Damani.
can't prance and dance, you got to get back on defense.
Shot
That's what
blocked.
I'm talking about.
And is that going to be a foul on Montgomery or a timeout on the floor?
Okay, and there's a technical
3:49.
right there against Coach Jones. You can see that one coming from a mile away. The official decides he's had enough of it. I mean, there's a point, you make your point. I think Jeff Leggett gave him a lot of rope, but there was just a point when they felt, okay, it's time for it to be over. And that's something that as a first-year head coach, Coach Jones will learn. I mean, that's just understanding what your length is with the official, okay? Okay. At this point, whatever it is, you got to move on to the next play.
Now Arturo wants a full timeout. Coach Jones, that is. Very demonstrative down there, but a slim 4-point lead, and now Arturo is pleading his case to one of the officials.
Right. Well, he's talking to Aaron Spear. Now, here's what I would say in Coach's defense. Jeff Leggett was right in front of him. If we see the replay, the official, Antoine James, was across the court, and he's the one that made the technical. And I think that's the other thing that probably infuriated Coach Jones is, why are you calling it? And I'm standing right here talking to an official in front of my face, and he hasn't said anything.
Okay, so 1 out of 2 it makes it a one-possession game. 53-50. 53-50 is our score. And Isaiah Thomas back in the game. He with the 4 fouls.
And here's the key, boy, they get the ball back as well.
Anilum, that's true. And a missed 3, but here comes the offensive rebound by Asiani. Now Montgomery for 3 from his spot. No, rebound is tipped out of bounds by Washington, who wanted a foul on Asiani, and Rodrigo Saldana is going to come in for Leckie, for Cameron Leckie.
And I know that this is a pretty hectic pace and probably doesn't suit Will Bloomfield, but I think at some point, just to get a key rebound,
it gives somebody a breather.
To
no look pass to Washington. It was blocked on the way up. Too many bodies down underneath in blue shirts. But a turnover on the Saxons is Damani with it. Chris Williams with 3-10. Now Saldana for 3, little long, and we got a push underneath. So Holmes was pushed, but by whom?
Probably Washington. But we'll see right now. 2 and 3, and it was Washington.
So second personal on Damani, 15 foul. Isaiah Holmes inbounds it. And back come the Saxons on the attack, led by Chris Anilum, with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Anilum with 3 fouls, as is Holmes. Wow, and he just takes Terrell Williams to the basket.
And it's a 1-point game. Chris Williams with it with the rainbow. It was partially blocked by Johnson. Holmes with the rebound. Well, you got Johnson out there, who is 6'5", and Holmes, who's 6'8", or 6'6". The ball's tipped out of bounds by Leuzinger defense. Trying to take the lead again, this time down are the Saxons. Anilum going against Terrell.
Boy, that must have been about 4.5.
Isiani with his awkward dribble puts up the shot, though. That was pretty. 16 points for Alex. And they take the lead again at 2:15 in the third quarter. And Leckie has his shot blocked, and back come the Saxons. Just too many, too often, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the other end on Chris Williams. That's his 4th, and 16 foul. So you can sense that the Olympians are starting to run out of gas.
Just a little bit, but they'll get a big breather. Here's the point. You want to try to hold a fort through the end of this quarter, and they have been in position to do that. And boy, as I said, look who's coming on the floor.
Leckie?
No,
he must have heard
Bloomfield,
you.
Yeah,
well, Leckie is out. Bloomfield is in. Will the Thrill. Remember, he came in late the other night and was the difference in the ball game.
Well, I mean, you got to give him a couple of trips. There's 2 minutes left here. I know Coach would like to try to get him these last 2 minutes on the floor, but that'll remain to be seen. Obviously, what they don't have is extra ball handling.
Now Will goes up, and Isaiah Holmes is flat on his stomach at the free throw line at the other end.
Boy.
Will.
And let's go back and see if we can see what happened to Isaiah Holmes. We've got to stop
to our
it
left,
play.
stage right there. There we go.
Okay.
So maybe Will's got a touch of that junk too. It's been going around. I know I had it off and on for a few weeks.
I don't see anybody.
Oh, he got kicked in the head right there.
Well, he was already on the floor.
He's already
okay.
okay, there's the knee
right.
by Washington.
Okay, so that was all accidental.
Right.
But he went to the floor on his own. And now Bloomfield's going to go to the line to shoot. I don't know if we recorded who that foul was against.
I don't know. Maybe if you still have that other replay.
Okay. It's a two-shot foul. So Bloomfield's going to shoot two. All right, we want to get all the way up to the other end to the foul that was on Bloomfield to see who.
Yeah, there's the injury. Bloomfield misses the front end. Okay, now, but we wanted to see the replay where bodies were flying all over Bloomfield. Was that Eziani that flew on him? Number 5?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, Will Bloomfield makes the second, so it's a 1-point game. And Will has entered the scorebook. So the foul is on Eziani. That's his first 7th team foul. And making the shot is Chris Anelum. 7 points for him in a 3-point game. Washington trying to get across the timeline, picked up the dribble right in front of it. Must have been tipped. Now a 3-pointer wide open from the top of the key. No. Rebound by Hamilton. Missed the bunny. And it goes to Eziani. Alex going by everybody. Rodrigo, nice defense. But Johnson's there for the rebound and the putback off the glass. 8 points for Tyler. And the Saxon crowd, and now Eziani knocks the ball out of bounds after the inbound pass. Good defense again by the Saxons.
Absolutely. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's now a 5-point ball game for the Saxons with 1:18 left. At 2:40, they trail by 1 at 53-52. That just shows you how quickly they can score.
They need help. Saldana with it. Saldana no look to Bloomfield, and that's too short. Rebounds tapped once, twice, and up and in by Damani Washington with 21 points, Rufus.
Actually, that was after Hamilton that put that one in.
Nakano with the ball, went way down and out. He gets his own rebound. Shot goes off the mark. Eziani's there for the easy putback, and he has 18 points. So you say Hamilton had the bucket?
Yep.
So take it away from Damani.
You got to get the ball in.
A 5-second violation and a turnover. 17 turnovers, and Kevon Fair.
Well, it looks like.
Looked like he was going to come in.
Looks like it was, and I think that he decided the better of it, or somebody on the coaching staff goes, hey.
Well,
you
Kevon's got 4 fouls.
You've got
already.
4, and there are 37 seconds left in the quarter. Last thing we want is have you foul out in the last 37 seconds.
Ball inbounded to Nakano. Now to Belmontes. 2-3 zone for Leuzinger. Skipped across to Anelum. Anelum now back out to Nakano for 3. In and out. Bloomfield with the rebound. Outlets it to Rodrigo. Here comes Damani. They're going to slow it down for the last shot. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Skipped across to Washington. Look out, the ball's loose. Terrell has it to Damani. 7 seconds left in the quarter. 3, shot taken, too long. Rebound is off. Johnson to Anelum. And the quarter comes to an end. Another exciting quarter, Rufus.
Yep, but a quarter in which the Olympians gave up more ground. It's now a 5-point game. Was 2 at the half. And for a good stretch there, they actually were in control and had the lead. Let it get away from them. At the 2:40 mark, they led 53-52 and end up down 61-56. Let's go over to Tamara.
Well, guys, there's a lot of emotions on the sidelines right now. Both coaches are yelling at players. Coach Duperon told his team he wants that pass, and Coach Jones told his team that he wants that rebound. Let's see how it goes in the fourth quarter.
All right, thank you very much, Tamara. North gets that quarter 16-13. Let's see if Leuzinger can get a second win. And there you see the Spirit Squad getting it going. So Will Bloomfield will start the fourth quarter. Kevon Fair is out there with his 3 fouls. Damani Washington and Anthony Hamilton. It's Belmontes, Johnson, Holmes, Nakano, and Anilum for North.
And I'm serious. I mean, it is supremely annoying. I want somebody to ask the athletic director, Marlon Mendez, what does it take to get a possession error? You can even get an old-fashioned wood one. Seriously. I mean, I do enough games that they have that, and they flip that to no. But there's no reason why, as an official, you should have to look over at the table and have no idea.
Well, I have a blank piece of paper. I have a blank piece of paper and a Marks-a-Lot. We can make one.
I'm sure there's a wood shop department at this school. One piece of wood, about 10 minutes, and you've solved the problem.
Take you that long?
Well, it would take me. I mean, you got to remember, you measure twice and cut once.
This is true.
Okay.
But you can get a piece of scrap wood and get a can of spray paint. 3-point shot buried by Nakano. And he has 7 points to start things off here in the fourth quarter. And it's an 8-point lead now all of a sudden for North. Terrell, nice drive and layup. Let's hope he stays healthy. 13 points for Terrell. Rebound taken by Anthony Hamilton. See if they can outlet it, get past the press. They do. Kevon to Terrell. One bounce dribble, too long. Rebound is off, taken by Johnson. Now a steal and a three-pointer by Damani Washington.
Whoa.
Now with 22 points from the free throw line is Belmontes. He has 5. So a timeout on the floor. And going to the scorer's table again. Now you're absolutely right, Rufus. There's no excuse for not having the proper equipment, because it helps everybody out, not just the officials, but the players and the broadcast crew.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're the lowest on the totem pole, and the fans. Damani Washington gets it across the timeline. It's double teamed. And the ball is passed and tipped and turned over. Holmes with the steal. Shigeta with the ball. Shigeta also in foul trouble. A long 3, no. Hamilton with the rebound. Now it appears to me that North might even be getting a little winded as well. It's a hot day, but it's stolen by Eziani to Montgomery, and a blocked shot, but the rebound is put up and in by Eziani after the Washington block. 20 points for Alex.
Turnover, turnover, turnover. 7-point game at 68-61.
Williams to Fair, just short. Washington goes in, was fouled, no whistle. And Holmes ends up on his wallet. And the ball is taken away by Eziani, who wanted to go dunk, but Chris Williams was there to give him a little bug and a shove. Chris Williams passes it over to Washington. Nice protection. And he got elbowed to the floor right after that by Johnson. But count the basket.
Let's watch on the replay here.
He gets hacked hard by Johnson and then gets elbowed to the ground. Let's see if we can see that. Gets shoved down. 24 and didn't get the and one. But it's a 5-point game and a timeout on the floor with 5:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. So it's a full timeout taken by Coach Duperon and the Saxons. So winner of this game, depending on what the Centennial Torrance outcome is.
Well,
Is
the
this a
worst,
three-way
the worst
tie
that happens for them is that they stay
in third place.
You know, in second place. So
In second place, yeah. North
Well,
has a tiebreaker,
yeah.
though, because of North's 1-point win
Right.
at North.
well, of course, then it'd be a wash if Leuzinger wins tonight.
Right.
But that's a whole lot of stuff to happen in 5 minutes, 36 seconds. We got a lot of great basketball. Boy. We talk about the game of the week. This is truly the game of the week.
So Coach Duperon, Gary Duperon, taking back over the reins from his son Luke, who was here for 3 seasons, posted a 50-29 record. Coach Gary in his 10th year, 164 and 111. Thomas, or I should say Shigeta, bringing the ball across the line. Eziani with it. Passes it over to Montgomery for 3.
Wow.
10 points. Check that. Another steal. (71-63), coming down to 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Eziani with it, gets it to Montgomery. And Chris Williams' defense forced Montgomery into a travel and a turnover.
And that's what the run-out pressure will do for you. Leuzinger trying to, I think, conserve a little energy at this point defensively. They're not going all out on that full-court man pressure, primarily because they have guys who are sick, and they also have guys who just aren't even here tonight.
Nice pass by Hamilton, but Williams couldn't finish. Holmes with the rebound to Shigeta. Outlets to Montgomery, wanted to take the 3, but Chris Williams was in his shirt. Shigeta slowing things down with 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Eziani spins around Hamilton, goes around Fair to lay it up and in. Alex with 22 points. Terrell on the run, trying to break the defense, but has the ball stolen away from him. Now here comes Eziani, gets it to Montgomery, a wide open 3.
Right here.
Little long, no one there for the rebound except Montgomery. So another offensive opportunity. Shigeta with a 3.
Shigeta with the 3.
So 4 points for Yoshi Shigeta and a timeout on the floor.
Well,
and the north sideline is going nuts.
Well, they are. They knew that this would be a good game, and boy, to be on the road here at Leuzinger and dominating in this fashion against, again, and we have to put the story in this particular game in its proper context. No Ridley, no Davion Crowder, key contributors. You know, you take away 2 of your key guys from any team, and it's going to be a little different look. The guys who are here, I think they've given a lot, but they've been challenged in terms of the turnovers. Breaking the press has just been a struggle for them. Way too many turnovers that if some of that help were here, it would be a different. And the fact that there are guys who are here who are sick, and we can see that.
Right, oh yeah. And they're just gassed. And you can tell same thing over in North. But they just have more horses in the barn right now. And this barn being whose house?
At Lou House.
That's right. Going down to 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
And the other factor is that, excuse me, Louis, and that's that North just also has a size advantage. That's been a challenge for Leuzinger all night.
Yeah, you're right. Trying to break the press as Shigeta blocking out Williams. But now here comes Washington for 3. That was long. Rebound is off, taken by Terrell. Terrell wants to get a shot off, but Holmes was there, goes off of him and out of bounds. You see, I think that Isaiah Holmes is suffering from that jump too. He's been a little cranky out there. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Kevon Fair for a long three. That's going to be short. Rebound to Nakano, who's going to slow it down. Shigeta with it. Coach Duperon telling him to slow it down. But Isaiah Holmes says, "Nah, coach, I want to take the shot." Misses badly. And Chris Williams and Isaiah Holmes with a nice defensive play, disregarding life and limb to knock it out of bounds.
Well, what he's doing is disregarding the decision making of the Leuzinger ball handlers and feeling like, I can steal this. That's what he's really disregarding.
Also Tamara Lata disregarding life, limb, and high heels walking across.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet her closet probably has a couple of hundred pairs, so, you know.
She got a spare. Shot missed by Williams. Now shot taken by Nakano long. Rebound is tipped and taken by Hamilton. Kevon Fair with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. A big hill to climb for Leuzinger, down by 7. Washington over Johnson, in and out. Holmes way up high for the rebound, and called a jump ball, or is it? Or is it a foul? It's a foul.
It's a foul
on Anthony Hamilton. That's his first personal, 7th team foul. I guess that's one of the Spirit Squad's phone. We got a pile of phones up here on our desk. Yeah, there's the foul. Holmes goes out of bounds, so here comes the 1-and-1 for Isaiah Holmes. Misses the front end. Rebound by Washington. Counting down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the quarter, and a foul is going to be on Damani Washington.
Yep.
Good defense by Nakano.
You know, and I know that Damani has
Look out.
those.
So I told you, she's out there trooping with them 6-inch heels.
But, you know, again, he's got to look for a Kevon Fair or a Terrell Williams to bring that ball into the front court.
Missed the front end, so here comes Kevon, and the foul is going to go on. Is it going to go on Holmes? It's a 2-shot foul. Nakano, they say it's on. So that's Gabe's 5th foul, if that's true.
Apparently
he fouls out. There's 2:31 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Question is, do the Olympians have one last run left in them? That run would need to start here at the free throw line. And of course, on the first one, Kevon Fair is unsuccessful.
Missed them both, and Isaiah Holmes gets the rebound with 2:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. Shigeta brings it across the line. Anilum will be in next whistle for the Saxons. Eziani with his long limbs. Nice pass to Montgomery. Scoops it in and one.
Scored a basket. Looks like they're saying the foul was on Damani Washington.
For Damani, that's 4 for him. 9th team foul.
No, looks like we're being told, well, let's see who comes out. Yep, that's 5 for Damani. We missed one along the way, but the table indicated to Aaron Spear that was his 5th. And so after a big night, Damani goes out.
Scored 24 points, and the and one goes awry. So Terrell Williams, Kevon Fair, Chris Williams. Still tight defense, and Kevon with a long 3 won't go down. Rebound by Johnson. He is a load underneath. And like we've been saying all night, Leuzinger just doesn't have an answer for him, and they don't have an answer for Chris Anelum either with 9 points. Williams gets it to Fair, back to Chris, and tipped away. Montgomery gets it back. Kayvon wanted to drive the baseline, but Hamilton is there. 3 is short, rebound, nice box out by Holmes on Hamilton. 1:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Anelum gets it out to Eziani, being chased by Fair. Anelum sees an open wing, drives off the glass, no. Johnson with the rebound, no. And he's fouled, I believe, on Chris Williams. He'll get 2 shots at the line.
So with a minute left in the contest, Leuzinger trailing by a margin of 80-63. Outcome no longer in doubt. They'll go back to the drawing board tomorrow because, hey, they don't have time to mope about this one. They've got to get ready for Centennial on Thursday night in another big Pioneer League matchup.
First one is missed by Johnson. With 8 points on the night. Makes the second. So it's 81-63 and 9 points for Tyler Johnson. Rodrigo Saldana makes it rain 3. His first bucket of the game. Breaks a long drought for Leuzinger. Kayvon Fair gets rid of his man but throws the ball away. Montgomery passes it to Anelum on the run. Reverse layup, no. Rebound up in it, nope, doesn't go down. Now Saldana with it. And back comes Leuzinger.
And all this is window dressing at this point. If you're Leuzinger, you want to find any positive that you can find. That 3-pointer by Saldana. Let's see if Kayvon Fair's attempt is, and no, it's not, as it's an air ball out of bounds. So with 14-4 left here in the contest, Leuzinger at home in a key Pioneer League matchup is going to come up on the short end.
So before the basket was made by Saldana, Rufus, the Saxons ran off a 13-0 lead. And the ball game is over. 81-66 is our score. 20 points scored by the Saxons to Leuzinger's 10. And the Saxons improved to 14-11. 6-3 in Pioneer League action, and they've won 2 in a row. And now they even their road record at 4-4. For the Leuzinger Olympians, they dropped to 15-10 and 5-4 in the Pioneer League. They snapped their 5-game winning streak and are 4-2 at home. But a 13-0 run put up on the board by the Saxons in the third quarter, and that really spelled doom for the Olympians in that game.
Well, it did. There were a couple of places, but you're right, more than anything else, it was the Saxons' effort.
Let's go to Tamara.
I'm here with Coach Duberon. Coach Duberon, after this win tonight, your team have a chance to win league. How important was this win tonight?
It was huge. You have to stay close to the leaders, and we know we're one behind Torrance, so we're hoping somebody can knock them off, but we knew it wouldn't have mattered if we didn't win tonight. It was all about tonight. So, the kids were really focused. They came out and played really hard, and hopefully we're on a little bit of a roll, and we can continue this energy that we have right now.
I know before the game you talked about turnovers, and you talked about putting the pressure on this team. I think tonight Leuzinger had over 17 turnovers. How was your team able to do it?
Well, it's just constant pressure. We have, when we're running the 2 groups early, they're both running completely different stuff, which is starting to give people trouble. So, you know, that was a good thing. They actually came in and created a few things right away. And then our regular group was just persistent. You know, they just stayed with it. And we gave up some layups in that second quarter. We gave up a ton of layups, which we don't like giving. But that's what they were doing. And we were able to, in the third and fourth, to slow that down a little bit.
I know you said this was a very important win, a big win. What do you tell your guys after a win like this?
You know, we've talked about it. They know how big it is. You know, it just puts them, you know, it's a great win, but it just keeps us in the hunt. It's not one that's going to mean anything, but, you know, it's a good playoff atmosphere because I know they came in and gave their best tonight and were really up because they were in the same spot we were. So to win this, it makes it like a playoff atmosphere, and, you know, you have to be able to rise to those occasions, and I thought our kids did a really good job.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck down the road.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Back to you guys.
All right, a very gracious Coach Gary Duperon in victory with an 81-66 win over the Leuzinger Olympians, and they've now won 2 in a row. And so now we'll wait and see what Torrance and Centennial did. And then Leuzinger got to get some, well, they got to get some help to improve their standing here. So it's back to the drawing board for the Olympians, as again there was a lot of heart shown by the Olympians, but the turnovers, mainly the turnovers, caused by that press of North, really wreaked havoc. And let's go back out to center court, this time with Sebastian.
Coach, tough loss here tonight at home to the Saxons. You guys followed them for the second time, and I know you talked about how important this game was to you guys, and what do you think went wrong there in the second half?
Oh man, turnovers and offensive rebounds. That's been our problem the whole league pretty much. My guys won't box out, and they just throw the ball away. Pretty simple. If we just take care of the ball and we actually box out, then we take care of the ball. They were doing a good job with the press, and I take that. But if we just box out and get some defensive stops and some rebounds, we win the game easily.
And I know you always talk about how much faith you have in these guys and their ability. You always talk about top to bottom, the talent, how they look compared to other teams in the league. They stack up a lot better, but sometimes in the games, I know you always talk about they don't listen.
Yeah.
So what do you think it's going to take to get them to get that message?
I don't know. They're just an inexperienced group. This is their first year playing varsity basketball. Very demanding coach. But at the same time, the listening part, I don't know. It's just a learning process, I guess. They could do a better job listening. And like I told them in the halftime, they have to put what I tell them into action. And they didn't do that today. They didn't box out not one time during the whole game. For a team to get 30 rebounds, 30-plus offensive rebounds, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Well, Coach, good luck to you on the upcoming games. You got senior night coming up on Thursday, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And Coach Jones not pulling any punches there in his comments, that's for sure. And he was absolutely right. Second chance for the Saxons and turn the ball over, but it was tough to box out on the big guys, Johnson and Holmes. But then there were other times where the little guys got the ball too.
Right. Well, you're right, though. And that was the one thing that I was going to say with regard to Coach's comments, was that the rebounding situation, you know, is a little bit of a challenge for them in this game because they simply didn't have the height to match the Saxons. I mean, that's why they got 30 offensive rebounds. They had Twin Towers down there. Leuzinger simply didn't. But the other thing that he did mention, the turnovers.
Right.
All right? That's in your own account. And he's exactly right. If you take those away or at least cut them in half, there are going to be turnovers in any game.
Sure,
absolutely. But you cannot expect to win a game when you're turning the ball over upward of 20 times in the game, because that's 20 possessions that you go scoreless. I've done the math before with folks. You cut that in half, okay, and you score baskets on half of those 20, that's 20 points right there.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah. So there are a lot of 4, 5, and 6 point turnarounds in this game too, and there would have been your difference. 81 to 66, the final score, and now it's going to be time for the player of the game and the tip of the hat. But first, we'll take this time out.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here at Lou House, where the North Saxons invaded and came away with a victory, 81 to 66. And let's go over some scoring, shall we? For the Leuzinger Olympians, Terrell Williams had 13 points. Sicker than a dog and limping around and still playing with a lot of heart tonight, 13 points. 5 points for Christopher Williams, who fouled out with a minute left. 8 points for Kayvon Fair. And also 1 point for Will Bloomfield, who did a good job again coming off the bench. 12 points for Anthony Hamilton, and Damani Washington fouled out with 2:12 left in the game, and he had 24 points. 3 points for Rodrigo Saldana to help save face for the Olympians. For the victorious Saxons, 9 points for Chris Anelin, 7 points for Gabe Nakano, 4 for Yoshi Shigita, and 22 points for Alex Eziani. Boy, what a game he had tonight. And Isaiah Holmes had 5. Terrance Mugwanya had 2 points. Tyler Johnson and his big old self had 9 points. 15 points for Dion Montgomery, kind of a quiet 15 points. And Will Eziani had 2, and J.J. Belmontes had 5 points. Now it's time for our player of the game and the tip of the hat. And our player of the game. And since this is our first primary night tonight, with the New Hampshire primary going on, we decided to go the presidential route tonight.
Right. And with our next holiday looming on Monday, President's Day.
That's right.
It all comes together.
You got the day off, Coach.
Right. I think had to check.
Yeah, no, come on. You government workers, you get anything off. Come on now. So our player of the game is number 23, Damani Washington, who did everything he could for the Olympians and even fouled out. But he had 24 points and tried to stop this juggernaut of the Saxon attack, but just couldn't do it. So Damani Washington, you are our player of the game.
And the tip of the hat award goes to, first of all, tonight's award is special because on February 9th.
That's a summer hat.
Exactly. Had to go back in the wardrobe and pull out the summer stuff. Folks, it was 88 degrees here on February 9th, 2016 in L.A. All right. How do you like that? So this looks a little different than your typical February hat, but nonetheless, the winner is Anthony Hamilton. Anthony had a big game. He had a number of clutch free throws.
Yes, he did.
For the Olympians that always kept them close and some good ball hawking defense. So, Anthony, congratulations. You are the summertime tip of the hat award winner in February. Congratulations to you.
All right, that's a beautiful hat. Can you show that out? Tell us about that hat.
Well,
Mr. Washington.
This is another Bailey. You know, that's a pride of my collection by and large. Once again, with the Doug Bill, I won't say where I got it until they sign the contract. Give some sponsorship support to CityTV Sports, okay?
That sounds
but
good to
it's
me.
a local haberdashery.
All right. The haberdash boy, he's pulling out all the syllables tonight. All right, good working again with you as usual, partner. And for Tamara Latta, Sebastian Spencer, and Tom Strickfadden orchestrating the terrific 4-time Star Award-winning Channel 22 crew, or the CityTV crew. And, you know, we're all over the place. We're on many channels throughout the universe. And for Rufus Washington, this is Lou Stowers telling you the final score from whose house?
Lou House.
The North Saxons 81, the Leuzinger Olympians 66. Until next time, so long.